Okay, 5 minutes past 11 this lovely Friday morning. Good morning to you and thank you so much for joining us. Welcome to today's edition of She Matters. If this is your first time, it's a program for the female gender where we get to discuss issues that affect women, not just women, the girl children or the girl child, and we try as much as we can to sensitize the public on some of these issues and proffer solutions as well. Welcome. My name is Mary Omeniwo. They call me the Slim Diva. You're most adorable.
Ahambonwada Clara Mukocha wanyo nyeze mboga. Kukurela ndi Echo FM.
Kukurela.
Yeah.
Echo FM Golden Ladies. You did not see that coming, right?
No.
Okay.
No,
Echo FM Golden Ladies. Okay, don't mind me. I just wanted to take Clara unawares and remind everyone that, yes, our August meeting. Barry, I don't even understand. He couldn't even wait for us to come ourselves to let the cat out of the bag.
Why you go behave like this?
I don't understand. But let's just, either ways, let's let them know.
Okay.
The last Friday of the month of August will be our Echo FM Golden Ladies August meeting.
The pride of Echo FM!
It just came to your head.
You were
thinking about the slogan. Yes, on the 28th of August, we will storm the building. And you see, this year is going to be very, very interesting. Trust me when I tell you that. I'll be here, Clara will be here, Urenaya will be here, Preshi will be here. It's going to be a full house that day. So please watch out and yes, let's see how it's going to turn out this year. Okay, so over now to our conversation. But before then, let's drop 2 updates and then we go take a message from our sponsor. Now, I saw the story, Clara, and I also shared with you where a woman has decided to call out the men, saying that men have started harassing women. Most of the time, when you talk about indecent dressing, the first thing that comes to your mind is, okay, maybe she wore a short skirt. Or maybe, yes, women, maybe she wore something that showed her cleavage and all of that. But now, let me shock everyone and tell us that the men, some men, have started harassing us. You will wear singlet and you will show your chest. You will see there's this knicker they wear now. Almost like bum short. You see them they wear early in the morning, like you see them with that short knicker. With their ties and everything out in the open. But if a lady should wear that, problem. And then that singlet they will wear, you see everywhere. The hairs on their chest, everywhere. So this lady has said, please, men, Bikonu, you are some of you are harassing women. It's not every time indecent dressing on the part of the women. What of the men? So we just thought we should let you know exactly what this lady actually said. Okay, and after that, we have another what is it called, update that says 70 minors ranging from 2 to 10 years have been defiled in 7 months. 50% of them were abused by their fathers. This statistics is coming all the way from Edo State.
Chineke, mana ke ihe ga-akpọdo ihe a. Maka na ya bụ ihe chere na ọwụ nwoke ndị ọzọ mana nke ọ bịa wuzi na ọ na-akụjisi akwara ọ na-akụjisi ụkpụkpụ na-eme mmadụ na-abịazi na-eche ụdị ọzọ ụnụ ga-awụ nna nwa mụrụ n'afọ ka gị nwa ga-ejizi aka gị metọọ ya kezi onye anyị gazi agba akụzi ihe ga-enwezi ntụkwasị obi ebe ha nọ maka na ụfọdụ ụmụ nwaanyị nwere ike chibọ ha agawa ọrụ si ngwa nna di ha lekọta ụmụaka mana ịgazi ihe bịa gị na-anụzi akụkọ ọzọ n'ebe ụmụaka ndị anọ
It's terrible what's going on. And according to the Commissioner for Women Affairs and Social Development, Eugenia Abdullah in Edo State, she said that the minors defiled by their fathers are usually between the age of 2 and 10. No 11, no 12, no 13. Minors. Still very tender. Who ordinarily should see their fathers as protectors. Yes. As mentors. As people they look up to. But now the reverse is the case. Unfortunately, the Ministry of Women Affairs in Edo State has opened our eyes. I call it an emergency. It's an epidemic. And if nothing is done about it, we'll get to a stage. Yes, we'll get to that point where you see children now running away from their fathers. It will get to that point if we do not tackle it.
Facebook. N'oge gara aga. Ịma nwa ahụ mega birthday ya, ịwadala ụbọchị amụrụ ya. Nna ya na-akụrụ ya, ịma na-agụrụ ya egwu. Ya na-emechitu ụtọ ịma na-asị ya na o mesapụ ahụ mpịa bịa ka ọ bịa ya ịma ya na-agbụchapụ onwe ebe mpa ya nọ. Ndị mmadụ si anyụ mpa ya ahụ enyo. A ga-enwerịrị. Ịma mpa ya nọkwara ebe ịsakụ ebe chi n'azụ. Ịwala bụ ịkwapụ nwa ahụ. Kwa na-agbụrụ onwe ya. Enyochikwa enyoma ihe ahụ enyoma. A
lot is going on actually. And well, let's keep talking, like you people would always say. And hope that something will be done in the end and people will get to learn. Okay, the next 45 minutes plus is being sponsored by let's go take a message from our sponsor, and when we'll come back, we'll have a guest join us via the phone this morning to talk about a sensitive issue that I know will be of interest to everyone. Please do not touch your dial. Leave it on 100.7 Echo FM.
Echo FM.
This program is sponsored by If Green Foods.
My good people of Owerri, ever heard of If Green Foods? If Green Foods introduced.
Aha! Ndị banyị ndị If Green Food ebuterela anyị nri ọma abụọ. Ọ bụ If Green Vita nakwa fufu flour.
Yes so, If Green Vita bụ nri ọma, ya bụ ị na-elo akpịrị ga na-egwu egwu. O nwere fiber ga-eme ka ị ghara inwe weight rie nne. If Green Vita nwere vitamin A n'ime ya. Ị ga-eji ụdị ofe ọbụla wee loda ya fiam.
Kedụzi maka fufu flour? Ebe ahụ ka nke bụ nri dịzinụ. Maka na arụrụ ya n'ụzọ pụrụ iche, o nweghị isi. Bịa nwee carbohydrate nke ọma n'ime ya, nakwa protein iji nyere gị aka ịnọrọ n'ezi ọnọdụ ahụike. Naanị nkeji 5 ka ị ga-eji mee ya, na-ejighị gbawa ọsụsọ ọbụla ịsụ ya asụ. O nweghị abụba n'ime ya, o nweghị cholesterol. Ọ bụ naanị akpụ ka eji rụọ ya kpọm.
Nri abụọ ndị a dị na 1 kg. Ị ga-azụta ya n'ọdụ ahịa ọbụla dị n'ala anyị.
Ngwa sonyere anyị na Twitter, Facebook nakwa Instagram @ifgreenfood maka ajụjụ ngwa
KC Stores, number 1 Stadium Lane, Owerri. Telephone number 08146646966. Aka chọkwuru ndị nkesa ahịa. Ọ bụrụ na ị chọrọ isonye na nke a, kpọọ office number anyị 09083288888.
If Green Foods, rie nri dị mma ma nwee ezi ọnọdụ ahụike.
Echo FM.
Welcome back. If you just tuned in, this is She Matters right here on Echo FM 100.7 Owerri. And let's go straight up into the conversation for today. But before we bring in our guest this morning, I'd like us to share a story. Clara, you also saw that story, right? Okay. So the lady who put up the story on social media is known as Charlotte Boma. And she says she went on to give us a background story that has to do with domestic violence, abuse, and she calls it cruelty of the highest order. Also, she mentioned that it has to do with infidelity laced with a lot of infections on the part of the woman now. Then she went on to say that forgiveness was always preached in that marriage, yet there was no repentance on the part of the man. Back-to-back abuse on the woman, yet she chose to stay. Then she wanted to fix a shattered verse, and anytime she went to church, and counselors, they would always tell her, be patient, pray, and try to fix it. And then along the line, she had 3 children for this man. In that marriage, 4 miscarriages as a result of abuse. 15 years she stayed in that marriage, and it was all about marital exploits. And then it went on and on and on until one day on the 25th of July, just a few weeks ago. Today is what? Today is 14th. Yes. While she was away at work, the husband packed her belongings with the aid of his family members, took them to her father's house in Port Harcourt to drop her property. And then on getting to the father's house, he was stopped by her brothers and her uncles, and they asked him if he got married to their sister in Port Harcourt. He said no. They said, Ngwanu, pack these things back. You'd have to we'll fix another date. You now come back officially with her belongings to where you paid her dowry. Thank you. And then he said, no problem. He went back with the woman's belongings. Okay. Now, another thing is a date was fixed, and the father and the kinsman decided to wait patiently on that day. Finally, the man arrived with his umunna. He did not go alone, no. He went with his brothers and sisters and, kinsmen. And then when they got there, according to the lady narrating this story, because she was there live, she said the moment these people arrived, the very first thing the family of the lady did at the entrance of her father's house, the oldest member of the kinsmen broke kola nuts. Then he handed over the kola to the person representing the husband's family members. Actually, the man accepted the kola. Now, right after breaking kola nuts, the next thing he did was bring out a brown envelope and then opened it and said, "This is the dowry you paid for our daughter." He then broke a calabash of palm wine very, very fast. Like all these things were just happening simultaneously. And then the chiefs and the elders from the man's side got confused. Why were they confused? Their aim actually was to bring the daughter back, to report all of the things happening in the marriage, not to dissolve the marriage. I don't know if you understand me. Okay, that's what the family of the lady did now. Now, the bone of contention here is they brought the woman back to her family with the aim of saying, you know what, Oga, keep your daughter first. Let's separate a little and see if this marital crisis is going to get settled. But the moment they got there, the father of the lady and her kinsmen said, no, we don't want anything like separation. We don't want anything like settlement. We are ending this marriage here and now. And they did not stop there. The moment they did all of those traditional rituals, breaking the calabash of palm wine, giving them kola nut, returning the dowry, they took the woman inside and also the children. Okay. Now, according to the father of the lady, he said the children now belong to them. Because according to their tradition, when the bride price is returned, the children automatically belongs to the wife's family. So that if the man wants to take back the children, he would have to come back and marry them. And yes, that's if the family of the woman now will be willing to release the children. Do you understand? Yes. And that's the story we'll be looking at today. It has to do with marriage, abuse, customs, traditions, family honor. If children are involved in an abusive marriage and the dowry, the bride price of the woman is returned, who automatically becomes the owner of those children? I don't know if you understand what we are saying. Yes, and to discuss this today, because a lot of people were hailing the man, the father of the girl now, saying he did the right thing, that yes, if he had left her there, maybe she would have died, blah, blah, blah. But I also see some traditional men coming up to say the children automatically does not belong to the family of the woman, it belongs to the man. So it's kind of dicey. I know that later in the end we'll hear you'll call in to share your thoughts, but let's try to link up to our guest for today, and I pray earnestly that he gets to take his call this morning, and I'm trying as much as I can to get connected to him. As soon as he takes his call, yes, we'll kick off
DJ
with the
Shirike.
conversation. And he is here. Good morning to you, Honorable
Ebolachi.
Chief Bright Chigozie Okereke. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning to you, Mary, the Slim Diva.
Clara is here as well.
Ebolachi.
How are you?
Adị m mma o.
Very good. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, so you know the story already.
All right.
Go straight up and help us. Let's educate ourselves this morning. Where do we even start now? Let's start from the fact that the dowry was returned, and then the father of this lady says, you know what, the children are now automatically my family's children. Where do we draw the line? Is that what the custom of Igbo land also says? Let's start from there.
I will say no. Igbo tradition does not give the belonging and the fatherhood of a child whose mother was properly married, get it right, was properly married in the Igbo traditional rights to the mother. No.
Okay.
Do you understand?
What do you mean by properly married now? Let's understand.
That is where the marriage has observed the ideal traditional rights, where there were properly processes of Ekakanozo, giving the women their own demands, giving the men, and the eventual taking away of the child to belong to the family of the man.
Okay, so now you're saying that if she goes back traditionally, the courts, for instance, doesn't or will not acknowledge that particular, what is it called now?
Omenala.
Now, see, marriages has different categories, and if these marriages are all celebrated in these rights, and the right of the tradition, and the right of the court, and then the right of the church, all these processes in the process of divorce must also be acknowledged. You must also try to, if you are assuming a woman is married traditionally well, with all the traditional rights kept, undertaken, done. Then he goes to the church, and also the church has its own rights. Remember, the church marriage, the church wedding, is not a heavenly thing. It is a church tradition. It's a church tradition. If these church traditions were observed and the couples wedded, then probably they go to the court also to also sign their marriages in court. All these institutions must also be made to know when you divorce a wife. If you go to the family and abuse the traditional rights and say, I'm no longer there, we want to abuse, we want to disagree with what we have agreed over the years, and we cease to marry. The church does not know that too, because you have not also destroyed your own marriage with them. The court does not know this, so for you, all your documents with the court keeps being referred in the name of you and your wife until you also make them unknown, put them on notice, and also allow them to equally. You see, let me tell you, in marriages, if you don't have the right of joining, you don't have the right of dismissal. Yes. If you cannot join, you can disagree. So he who has the right of hiring has the right of firing.
Wonderful.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
If one marries in the traditional way, let's concentrate on the traditional rights.
Yes. Custom, culture.
Good. Now, if marriage is celebrated in the traditional and cultural rights, then the man somewhere along the line could not agree with the wife again. We usually say, You have a process of going to do that. You also will have to take that same process, unless you do it in the uncivilized manner. The civilized manner is you go back to the parents of the woman and tell them, for this and so reason, we don't think we can afford to still continue to maintain this marriage. In that case, are you getting the point?
Mm-hmm.
Then, if the parents accepts the woman and probably returns the bride price to you, that does not give the family the right of the children you gave birth to, you people who gave birth together while you were in the union of marriage. Because no matter how you go through the history, that marriage existed between so period and so period. You understand that?
I get what you're saying. Okay, now what you're saying is the children automatically belong to the man because they had the children in marriage while the woman was still in Abi. That's what you're saying, right? Let me understand it clearly.
No, get it. The children belongs to the man and the woman.
Okay.
Because if the man has the custody of the child, the woman has all rights to go to see the child because she remains the mother of the child. Then if the child is in the custody of the mother, the man has all the rights to see the child.
Irrespective of whether the marriage has been dissolved traditionally.
Whether it's dissolved or not, it doesn't matter with the child. The child has a father that is official, has a mother that is official. It remains just like when you have a property together. You got into a union, you bought a house together. Then if you dissolve the marriage, it does not dissolve the property, except you say, this property will hold it together. We want to share it. You share it. If you don't share it, it belongs to two of you. It doesn't matter where you're coming from.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So
because from assuming the marriage was the marriage was constituted in 2001 and the marriage ended in 2006. Between 2001 and 2006, any offspring produced by the union, it remains the property of both.
Okay.
That is why if the girl child wants to get married, you